Hey, welcome to my attic office where I share strategies, stories, and success tips for home business owners like you. And we will talk about insights to help you build, grow, and scale your business from the comfort of your own home. So if you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, I can help because I've learned a lot of stuff and I'm coming out to share it all. The first topic, I actually have 4 topics to cover in this live video. So if you're watching it live, you're going to get tons of interesting stuff. And if you're not, you're going to get the bits and pieces from this video. And you can find the other videos on my YouTube channel. So I'm going to talk first about the thought of using AI and how I thought it would make my life easier, but now I realize it's so powerful that it's actually a little scary. So I'm sharing how ChatGPT is transforming my business and why it might just freak you out too. So I've integrated it into my business and even my personal activities. They have an app now that you can put on your phone even. As a matter of fact, besides using ChatGPT, sometimes I use Gemini as a chatbot helper when I'm just asking questions. So all of these AI tools, when you throw them together, I use ChatGPT to help me create video outlines for these very videos. Sometimes it'll even give me extra ideas as I'm working, because it'll say, like the last time it said, wow, you could make a whole series on this. And I'm like, yeah, I could. It actually told me that and gave me the ideas. So what is so crazy powerful is when you have the professional version, you can save your chats and it learns. It knows how you want it to talk like. It also knows what kind of audience you have as you work with it because you tell it these things. I even upload PDFs and let it scan the PDFs for ideas from my notes. It's crazy, just crazy what you can do. So those are just a few I mostly use it for content creation, a little bit of marketing strategy and brainstorming ideas. That's the big one, as well as boosting productivity because I've had it help me even create short videos. So I have this stockpile of short videos that I think there's 150 of them in there. It'll take me forever to use them all because I have so many ideas. Just imagine, it's so powerful. Imagine having so many ideas and so much content that you just don't have time to post them all. It's like having this big storehouse that you just grab stuff from. It's a matter of finding time to work the platform that you're using and actually post them and interact with the comments and the people. It's amazing. So I use it to help me write emails, video scripts, and new content ideas, and more. Sometimes I ask it to look up quotes for me too. List quotes. Help me come up with all these tips about weight loss. Help me come up with all these tips about, especially for perimenopausal or postmenopausal women, because that's about where I'm at. So I could use those tips too. So there you go. What's so scary about it is the overwhelming potential. And it's kind of reshaping things out there. People can put out so much content. I think there's a fear out there that it'll replace jobs or diminish personal creativity. I kind of feel like it's the opposite. ChatGPT told me itself that the fear is real, that you should fear that AI might replace jobs or diminish. But that's it talking to you, right? I think our human brains are way more powerful. And I think that it just helps us hook into some of the ideas that are already in our head. It's not giving me these words. It gave me some of the ideas and it gave me an outline so that I can stay on point because I happen to meander around the topic a lot and talk to you about all these stories and stuff that I have. So let's talk about some of the different ways that I use it to help brainstorm topics and create outlines like this one. So literally what I told it is I said, I have this, okay, I'll grab the actual title. Where is it? Okay. I finally got, this is what I put in there. I found titles on YouTube that were popular titles that were performing really well for people. And this was one of them. And it was, I finally got blank, and it scares the crap out of me. So I told it, I said, I gave it that little scenario, and I said, some of the things that I'm thinking about are like ways that I use AI and ways that I use ChatGPT, ways that that all these tools that I use. And it also has my document called the Ultimate List of Apps for Home Business. I gave it that so it knows what apps I use that's in my tech stack. So it actually pulled some of that out and said, you could make a video about this and this and this and this. And then it said, here are the talking points that you can use. Like right now, I'm in the talking point about describe how I've integrated ChatGPT into my business. So let's also talk about how I've integrated ChatGPT into my work, because I create content for my work too. And I literally give it because I come up with titles and hooks that are interesting and I want to use them, but I'm not quite sure how, right? So I will throw it at it and I'll say, write a blog post with this title. And it just does such a good job of pulling out the information I've already given it, because I have uploaded PDFs to it. And the way you do that, by the way, is if you have the professional version, you actually add this, like when you explore GPTs, you can find the PDF. Oh, there's a new one here. I just clicked it. Ultimate Document Assistant. This is a new one. Oh my gosh, I'm going to totally put that in there and upload my PDFs to there to see if it comes up with different ones. And then it's telling you ways you can use it. Like, help me create a report PDF, help me create a slide presentation. I've done all these things in here. Interesting. Okay, I'm sorry. I got distracted there because I saw a new one. I was like, this is a new PDF. I had PDF Reader as a plugin, a different GPT. There's all kinds of them in here. So just look for one that will work for you and use it. People have designed these for you to use, and they make life easy, and it's amazing, and it seems unlimited. So what else can I show you about ChatGPT? Once it creates outlines and it generates copy, I will copy and paste it, but then I will read it out loud change things in my own voice, because some things just sound too ChatGPT-ish. Sometimes it gets a little hypey and it uses a lot of sales language, especially if I tell it to talk like Frank Kern, who's a really good copywriter, or Dan Meredith or Gene Schwartz or one of those. When I tell it to talk like them, it does a really good job of doing that. But don't use it word for word. I'm just warning you. Don't use it word for word, because it doesn't know the difference when it's plagiarizing. And also, you do want your copy to sound like you, the way you talk, to attract the right kinds of people to you. So I hope that makes sense. So, I already got ahead of myself. I wrote to myself, address the importance of not relying solely on AI to keep your unique voice and personality intact. It's a brainstorming tool. It's a tool to help you with ideas, and it's quite amazing. What else have I used it for? That's mostly what I use it for. Blog posts, videos. You could have it come up with a list of tips, and you could use those tips as little tweets, or what are X's called now? I don't know what they're called. They're probably not tweets anymore, are they? I don't know. I was kicked off that platform a long time ago. Anyway, but you could use those short little phrases that it gives you along with pictures. You could ask it to help you come up with hooks for your content. It's pretty good at it. You'll find some interesting ideas. Tell it to come up with, give it specifics, like say, make a list of 10 hooks for this post, and then give it the post. And then you can look at them and phrase them so that they would be speaking to the right people. But of course, if you've already told it who your people are, and it already knows, like in my PDF, deep abyss summary is what it is, because I have a lot of notes on mindset, and I did a lot of writing in those notes about the kinds of people that are my people. So it knows from that. I also have my blog posts chat over there, and that one is specifically on cybersecurity and productivity and stuff like that for businesses. And it knows it very well. I have one here where I uploaded my notes to study for an exam, which was kind of cool, because then I could ask it questions from my notes and it'll help me study. So there's that too. Market research. Here's one. I uploaded, what I did is when I went out to Facebook groups and Reddits, I actually copied a whole bunch of their posts into a PDF, and I uploaded it in there, and I said, listen, these are all the things that my clients are saying, that my fellow empty nesters are saying about how they feel. So now help me come up with, I was doing market research. Let me go down. Yeah. Let me go down to the bottom. Yeah, here it is. Hooks using their words is what I said. Here, I'll give you my little prompt. Oh my goodness. I don't think I uploaded the PDF. I just copied and pasted it in there. So I didn't have a PDF on that one. I literally copied and pasted everything. Okay, let's call this my empty nester chat. I have some market research to do with you, and I'm excited. And ChatGPT said, you know it, Ginny, I'm all in for market research. What are we diving into? And so I said, check this out. I found a Reddit full of all kinds of the feels. I know that intimately, of course, so I have an obsession with marketing, and I truly believe that any person looking at the second half of their lives can dedicate it to make it a mission for the impact they're going to leave. Learn the skills and you'll never lack, because you can always have something and sell something and help someone. I'm going to paste the comments in here and the posts. Let's read through them. And I'm talking to it. I'm telling it exactly what I want. Let's read through them and make a list of hooks using their words that might be the answer to their problems at Learn with Ginny. Learn with Ginny is the name of my company. I help show them the blueprint, the path to monetizing their passion, their message, and using tools like ChatGPT and apps to help them, since home business is generally a one-person business. Then I pasted all of the comments in there. I'm going to scroll down, and here's what it came up with. Number 1, I don't know who I am right now. I mean, does that not speak to a mother who's been a mother for decades? I get a teary-eyed just thinking about it. But yes, and I have the answer. Rediscover yourself in the second half of your life. Learn how to turn, and this is ChatGPT giving me this. Learn how to turn your passion into a purpose-filled business. Number 2, I feel like my heart is breaking and I have no one to talk to. Oh my gosh, this stuff makes me. Because it's true. You're not alone. That's my answer. Build a community, share your story, and find new purpose beyond motherhood. I should create a Facebook group. Here's one. The house is quiet. It feels like a second death. Ugh. So silence doesn't have to mean emptiness. Fill it with new passions and a business that lights you up. I need to use some of these hooks. So that's just 3 of them. It actually made a list of 17. And 3 bonuses. Who am I beyond being a mom? I need a new purpose now that the kids are gone. I'm not ready for this chapter to end. Whew. I mean, did it do a good job? Right? What else did I use it? I used it health tips and motivation, I did already tell you that. If you look in YouTube and search for how to create bulk videos with ChatGPT and Canva, you will find exactly how I did this. So if you want the prompt, I actually have a cheat sheet. It doesn't have this exact prompt in it, but ask me for it after you get your cheat sheet. So type cheat sheet in the comments. I'll get you the cheat sheet that helps you frame your prompts when you're asking ChatGPT to do things. And then when you hear from me, make sure you also ask me about the prompt on how I got all of these tips, because I'm going to read it to you. Here it is. Create me 50 sets of health and wellness tips, weight loss tips, exercise tips, and motivational quotes. Format them in a table where one column is the topic, one column is the part 1, and one column is part 2. Do not repeat any information. They'll be formatted as a topic or type of content, part 1 and then part 2. Keep them all engaging, polarizing, over the top, and relatable to women over 50, especially empty nesters and soon to be empty nesters. Reading grade should be under a 5th grade level. I added that because it is a fact that they're not going to read things that are overly complicated. Here are a few examples. Part 1 or topic is wellness tip. Part 1 is drink lots of water. Part 2 is I add fresh squeezed lemon to tall, warm glasses of water every morning. Topic, exercise tip. I did 3 of them. I gave them an example for each, like an exercise tip and a motivational quote. Like the most certain way to succeed is to always try just one more time. Thomas Edison. So, and then it made this table. Maybe I should share my screen and show you this. You guys are getting a bonus because I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to show you what it came up with. Move my face out of the way. Here it is. It's got this table in here with all those things. So then what you do is you create a bulk video and you use that table as your content. And then, my goodness, then all you do, and I did this in another video, so I'm not going to do it again, but I'll show you personally if you end up working with me. So if you want to work with me, then type I want to work with you and I will show you all the ways that you can work with me. Or you could just join my list. Ask for the AI content or the cheat sheet or something like that by dropping AI. You'll be on my list and then I will invite you to work with me. That works too. But by all means, because I personally take people through the things that they want to know how to do so that they have the steps easy to do them. And I'm pretty good at breaking it down so that you don't have to figure it out for yourself. Otherwise, if you do want to figure it out for yourself, search on YouTube on how to create bulk videos using ChatGPT and Canva. And there's people that have already laid it out. The 2 that I watched, there was one, she made a spreadsheet, which was a little bit more complicated. The other one did like I did here, and they just copied and pasted. I'm like, that's the easier way to go. So if you find that one, that's the one that was helpful to me. Okay, am I done? I was talking about all the scary things that ChatGPT can do. Let me go look at my outline over here. Okay, we talked about all of this. We talked about not solely relying on AI. And I guess that concludes this section about how scary competent and how scary amazing it can be to help you. And I'm sure that Gemini would do the same thing if you wanted to pay. I used the paid version of ChatGPT. I didn't want to pay for all of them, so I paid for that one. But I'm sure Gemini would do the same. I'm sure what is it called? Claude. I'm sure Claude would do that too. Who else is out there? There's other ones too. There's off-the-wall ones that use a combination of them. But anyway, I'm showing you ChatGPT because that's what I use. So if you're using AI in your business, tell me in the comments. What's been your experience? if you're just getting started, subscribe for more tips. And you know what? Drop AI. So you get my free AI course. It'll blow you away about some of the things you can do with some of the tools I have, which are all in my ultimate list of apps for home business. You can drop apps for that. Okay, we'll see you later. I'm going to move on and reintroduce myself for the next topic. And there's my pause. Let me find. Whoops, I'm in the wrong screen. Oh, see, I screwed myself up when I shared my screen with you because I had everything all laid out here. This is live, and this part will be cut out for the videos. If you don't want to stick around and just want the cut to the chase on some of the videos, then by all means. Okay, so welcome to my home business attic. I'm going to dive deep into strategies and tools and stories and tips to help your home business grow. And we work from the comfort of our own home, so that's why I'm in a beautiful attic office. Welcome, and watch for keywords because I have freebies like AI for your AI cheat sheet and a free AI course, or apps if you want my whole tech stack on all the apps that I use in my home business. I might have more as we go on. Who knows? Let's dive into the topic on this one, which is, where did it go? Oh, I'm in the wrong file. Sorry. I finally got Microsoft Designer and it scares the crap out of me. So, can a design tool really be smarter than a human? So, I got my hands on Microsoft Designer, like beta, and I don't even know how far they've come with it because I got it for free because I'm part of their little network, and they asked me to try it, and I'm like, it's amazing, and it kind of blew me away. It's a little bit intimidating what it can do. So what it does is it takes your input and instantly creates professional looking graphics. It really just creates them. I mean, the only thing I'm going to tell you is don't use words because it doesn't do well with words in the design. So if you want to add words later by editing the design. So I think I might just share my screen for this one because I have Designer open here. Let me see if I have any examples. And I will show you how I use it live. But before I do, let me just have a few talking points in here. So there's two ways that I create graphics. Okay. So I use this Microsoft Designer sometimes, and I use Canva. Now, if you have Canva Pro, which, you could get the free Canva in my ultimate list of home business apps, and you could always upgrade to Pro later. If you want to drop apps, the link will be in there. So in the Pro version, there are royalty-free photos and images that you can use. So a lot of times what I'll do is I'll start off in Canva and look in there and see what I can find. If I don't find something right away, I will go over to Microsoft Designer and have it create something specific for me. So it's kind of amazing what it comes up with because I wanted unique things and it really did come up with some unique things, and I'll show you. It can help you with social media posts, ads, logos, flyers, and I had it help me with my vision board in my Magical Morning app, which is also in my ultimate list of home business apps because it's important to have vision and it's important to have habits, and you can put them all in that app. So that's on my list too. Type apps if you want it. Anyway, I used it to help create some of the vision that I had of my my outdoor home office, my screened-in porch, all that, and my home on Lake Superior because I love Lake Superior, and it's kind of neat what it came up with. I will show you. So I'll just share my screen and help and show you. Like I said, so here is Microsoft Designer. It's pretty cool. Where can I put my face so that it's in your, I'll put it up here, I guess. So it's not in your way. Okay, I'm going to hit my projects and just show you some of the things in here that it came up with. So I was playing with a friend's face here and I told it to make her into a princess. And it did a good job. It made her out, it was cute. Let me see. Oh, maybe I didn't. Oh, generated images. Here we go. Okay. So here I was playing with the view of the lake with my little balcony. And this was the description I used. Bedroom overlooking Lake Superior with a small screen in deck outside the window, a laptop, notebook, and cup of coffee. Shades of brown. Just the bed and the view in the image. I could have said that better, probably, but it still figured it out. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? And these are the ones that it came up with. Oh, those are pretty. I think this is the one I used in my app. Okay, so that was that one. This one, I wanted something that represents wisdom. A tree with an owl face hinted but not obvious in its trunk. Well, it did make it obvious. Less emphasis on the owl, more emphasis on the tree. A tree of wisdom, old, giant. Seems like it will live forever. It holds secrets. Add a little, I don't know if I just didn't finish my thought there or if it was too long. Let me edit, see what it says. It might just bring me to an edit. Yeah, this is where you can edit the design, add words, whatever. I can change it. Change the coloring a little bit, make it brighter, calmer. Oh, I kind of like that. This owl inside, though, is kind of creepy. Anyway, let's see what else it came up with. This one with the eyeballs. This is the one I think I picked. So, and then I used it in one of my posts. I think I might have used that one in one of my posts, too. Kind of cool, right? And I don't remember the exact quote I wanted to use it with. This one, it was putting words in. And see how the words make no sense. So I think I told it, and it might have been a long prompt. Maybe it can't show me the whole thing. But I think I told it not to use any words. Here's some more wisdom ones. What did I do here? This was wisdom in purples, blues, and splashes of color. So it did kind of abstract ones, and you can't see because my face is in the way a little bit. Hey, there we go. Which is cool, right? Look at how pretty. Oh, I like that one with the face. That's kind of cool, right? What else? Oh, I used this one because I was impressed with something and I was like, I want to use like a graphic that's kind of like cartoony. This is the prompt. Some kind of comic book looking image with the word wow on it. Background with something that looks like or represents captions and subtitles on a video. Use bright colors and outline the word wow in black. It did a good job with that one and actually did use the word. That one makes no sense. So I think I used probably that one. And I think it had to do with me using CapCut to create short videos. So what else? This one, 10 by 6, 16, 10 by 6. Okay, so here, if you can see these prompts, I did it 3 times. I started out with this one. A screened-in patio with a smokeless fire pit, a table, and chairs, tones of brown, which it did a pretty good job. But I was thinking something small, or maybe like that. Oh, those are so pretty. I mean, you could use it for designing the thing, right? But then I said, okay, let's make it smaller. Make it small, like 10 by 6. It runs the length of the back of our house, only 2 chairs. It could not figure out what I meant by 2 chairs. I know that because the next prompt I did the same thing. Well, I mean, I guess it it put more than 2 chairs. I don't know. It's not perfect. Here's some more examples that it came up with. And I can tell you that I used this one because it was pretty close. I would just cut out that part if I was, but it was pretty close to what I had in my head. Amazing, right? So now when I do my, go through my morning app and I'm visualizing these things, I actually have a picture that represents it. It's not like some magazine cutout that might be close to what it looks like. It's actually something that I designed in my own head with Microsoft Designer's help. Is that crazy or what? I want to come back to this video when it actually happens and I have something similar. I mean, it's going to be amazing. So let me go and I think I did a good job of showing you, but if I hit create, let me go back to create with AI here, right? Social media. Let's do an Instagram. Oh, it's bringing me to the designer. That's not what I want. I got to go back home, I think. Here we go. Okay, this is better. So here's a bunch of images, right? I'm going to click it. And it's going to give me samples. And this is the cool part. You don't have to come up with your own prompts. You don't even have to use my cheat sheet for this one, which I do have an AI cheat sheet for you to help you with your prompts. So type AI or cheat sheet and I'll get it to you. So let's say I want an image kind of like this one. Let's edit this prompt. And it gives you something to work with. Let's do a cluster of dandelions on a manicured lawn. The dandelions that should be but whatever. Varied cap textures. We will say exaggerated poofy blooms. There is a blurred garden. Oh, flower garden with a fence in the background. Let's see what it comes up with. Generate. It's thinking about it. And then it will give me some examples like it did on the other ones that I showed you. I don't like this part where we're waiting. So while we're waiting, drop your questions. I mean, this is kind of amazing, don't you think? Have you ever used anything like it? Ooh, what do we got? Let me see. Okay, not what I had in mind, really. Those look like Q-tips. That one's kind of cool. I like that one. Weird stems, though. So I guess I like this one better. So then I would download it, or I would edit it if I want to add anything to it, and edit it myself. But I'm going to download it. I could send it to my phone, but I don't know my login. I have a problem with that. Dandelion poofs on blurred lawn is what I'll call it. Done. So, and you saw when I was saving it there that there was one that I did that was a Chinese thing, and I don't see it in here, so maybe I didn't save it. But anyway, I think you get the point, right? It's kind of cool. So that's just one of the AI apps I use. I know the link is in my tech stack, which is in my ultimate list of home business apps. Drop apps if you want it. That concludes how scary it is, scary well it is to use Microsoft Designer. It's scary. It's awesome. So tell me, are you using AI design tools? I already asked you that, but drop your comments and make sure you comment apps so I can get that to you. Okay, the final section. I'm going to introduce myself again. Hey, it is Ginny up in my beautiful Attic Office. Here, we're going to dive deep into strategies and stories and tips to help you grow your home business in all the ways. In particular, I share a lot of content creation ideas because I really love creating content. And I don't know, content is some people say content is king, but really after you get them on your list and you start connecting with them, that's the king. That's the part where you're earning money. So whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this is your place. I can help you. Here we are. And this one is, okay. Have you ever read Hal Elrod's book? It's, what is it called? The Miracle Morning? If you haven't, go read it. But ever since I read it, I tried over and over again to create these morning routines. I couldn't make them stick. And then, I don't know. And then I read the 5 a.m. Club too. And I'm like, yeah, I should get up at 5 a.m. And I do a lot of times. But there are just some days that doesn't happen. And you know what? That's okay. I'm going to forgive myself and I forgive you. Anyway, so what really helped is this app, this magical morning app that was so good that it actually kind of scared me a little bit. Because it is good. It is in my list of apps, Ultimate Home Business list of apps in my tech stack, Magical Morning app. It actually uses principles from the Miracle Morning and the magic, which is all about how magical gratitude can be in your life. It helps you create habits like journaling and gratitude and visualization and meditation and exercise and any habit that you need to incorporate in your life, even if it's just drinking water, you can add it as a task, as a habit. And it encourages you because it like celebrates you when you check off these things on a daily basis, and then it keeps your streak going. So if you've ever read The Consistency Chain, then you know the psychological impact of seeing those things all chained together. You don't want to break the chain. And you don't want to break the streak. You know how, I don't know, my kids use Snapchat. I use Snapchat to communicate with them, but they always liked to keep their streaks going with their closest friends. So it's definitely motivating to keep a streak going. And that's the magic of it, right? So, and that was my next talking point. I already went into it, was the psychological power of streaks. So the longer you keep the streak, the scarier it becomes to break it. I don't know about you, but when I see that streak, like 21 days, and then all of a sudden I didn't get it done, I'm like, crap, now I got to start all over at 1. That's defeating. So that part isn't motivating. I'll admit that. But darn it, you don't want to break that streak. So it's definitely powerful, and it does affect your mindset because you're like, oh, I want to keep the streak going. I don't know about you. I mean, I've been in challenges and groups where they say post every day. I'd still miss posts. I'd be like, oh, I forgot to post, or oh, I didn't get it done today, and I'd make up excuses and complain about it. I'm like, none of that serves me. None of that moves me forward. So the app helped me customize my magical morning and the rest of my day and the things that I needed to do just for me. So there's a concept about your minimum tasks that you have to get done in your business every day. So you could put those tasks in there and start a streak and make sure you do those tasks every day and watch your business grow. It's so amazing. I should show you, but I don't want you to see that I broke my streak. But, well, okay. What's it called? I gotta log in. I don't think this would be the desktop version. What you do is you create like a web shortcut on your phone, and it just opens up in So I didn't even check off anything yet. And some of this is not viable anymore. I need to change some of my goals, but enough's enough. Let's share my screen. Yeah. So I opened it. Here we go. Make me smaller. Okay. So the morning routine is already in there by default. So I'll just flip through it real quick. And then it shows me the mantra that I put in yesterday, which happened to be a Bible verse that day that struck me. You know, Proverbs 3, 5 through 6. It was really good. So here's the thing right here. Most valuable priorities, which are tasks. And I marked them to be done daily or on certain days of the week. So I posted to social. So there you go. And I know I broke my streak. So I'm day one again. So then I hit let's go. I respond to comments, which I did. Let's go. I did not send my newsletter yet. I did not. I'm doing this right. I already did this. Yep. I can mark this one off too. So yay, right? I mean, it's motivating. And then I wonder where the streak shows. I'm not really sure. Yeah, your habit tracker right here. Track my food, drink my water. I can do this. Oh, okay. It tells me right there how many times I've completed it and stuff like that. So the healthy tasks right here, because I categorized them, right? This is for my business, and then this is for my health. So I tracked my food. Oh, I'm sorry. I got to check it off right here. Boom. Anyway, pretty cool, right? That is it. I mean, I can put big goals in there that I'm working towards. I can make notes. I can journal. The morning routine here. I always have, I always put like 10 things I'm grateful for. And then I'll just put due later. Stretching and exercise, which is also on my other list. Meditation. I do at least 5 minutes. Here's my vision. Remember we talked about that video? And yeah. Anyway, I think you get the point. If you want the app, let me know. Actually, don't let me know. Type app in the comments, and I will get you my ultimate list of home business apps. And that's included in there. You also get access to the mastermind where we talk about all kinds of things. So that's it. Let me know what you're working on and what kinds of things you're using to build habits and routines. Maybe there's something I could use. So otherwise, I'll see you next time. Make it a great day.